ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सह नौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। टुगेदर ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवागुं सस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः।
It's there.
Okay, let us Jyoti ji. अथाश्वलायनः
अथाश्वलायनः
भगवन्तं परमेष्ठिनम्
भगवन्तं परमेष्ठिनम्
उपसमेत्योवाच
उपसमेत्योवाच
अधीहि भगवन् ब्रह्मविद्यां वरिष्ठाम्
अधीहि भगवन् ब्रह्मविद्यां वरिष्ठाम्
सदा सद्भिः सेव्यमानां निगूढाम्
सदा सद्भिः सेव्यमानां निगूढाम्
यया चिरात् सर्वपापं व्यपोह्य
यथा अस्ति महोदय।
यथा यया is better. यया चिरात् सर्वपापं व्यपोह्य
यया चिरात् सर्वपापं व्यपोह्य
परात् परं पुरुषं याति विद्वान्।
परात् परं पुरुषं याति विद्वान्।
Everybody else, please mute yourselves. Shanti, etc. Rama. तस्मै सहोवाच पितामहश्च
तस्मै स होवाच पितामहश्च
श्रद्धा भक्तिध्यानयोगादवैः
श्रद्धा भक्तिध्यानयोगादवैः
न कर्मणा न प्रजया धनेन
न कर्मणा न प्रजया धनेन
त्यागेनैके अमृतत्वमानशुः
त्यागेनैके अमृतत्वमानशुः
परेण नाकन्निहितं गुहायाम्
परेण नाकं निहितं गुहायाम्
विभ्राजते यद्यतयो विशन्ति
विभ्राजते यत्यदयो विशन्ति।
Yeah. So these mantras number 3 and 4, they appear in this Mahanarayana Upanishad. And so they have some swaras also. That's why we are used to chanting it with those swaras. So here it looks different. So Brahmaji has started teaching Shraddha Bhakti Dhyana Yogat Avaihi. We saw that. It's called a Sankshepa Vakyam, a brief statement. And then he continues that with Nakarmana na prajaya. We also saw that. He emphasized tyagena eke. Tyagena, we saw that. And then, what is the benefit of this knowledge? That also is being talked about. He's saying, this is something that is nakam parena. Nakam, we saw that. Swargam parena. Means greater than Swarga also. Greater than Swarga. So we saw all that. Greater than Swarga means it must be very far away. Even far away than your Vaikuntha and Kailasha also. And he says, no, nihitam guhayam. It is there right here. Guhayam nihitam, very important word for us, for all Advaita Vedantis. And pointing to Atma, pointing to the self. Vibhrajate. That is what we have to do. Last time we could not do that. Vibhrajate yadyatayo vishanti. Vibhrajate, it's again another word that comes quite often in Vedanta. Vibhrajate means prakashate. It shines. It is shining. It is shining means what? Atma is shining. So, no, Guruji, it's pretty dark out here. Nothing is shining. Nothing is shining here. And Shastram is saying it is shining. Means what? It is dark. That's what it is. What makes you say it is dark? How do you know it is dark? That which makes you say it is dark is what is that consciousness? Is the Chaitanya Jyotihi. Chaitanya Jyotihi that is able to. It's awake all the time. There's another word used for it. Alupta Drik means what? Drik. It is the seer. It is that which is seeing everything. Because consciousness is always there, aware of everything that is going on. And so that is called Vibhrajate, Prakashate, Swayam Prakashate. And later on he will say that Atma is nothing but Brahma, that Mahavakyam will come. So in the Kathopanishad, we saw how we arrived at this Atma. Okay. Bhagavad Gita also, Krishna uses that. Indriyebhyah parahyarta arthebhyascha param manaha manasastu para buddhi yo buddher atma mahan paraha. So there is a particular analysis. The confusion starts with the body. Correct? The confusion about the self starts with the body only. We do not identify with anything else as myself. So you don't look at the fan and say, fan is myself. I am the fan. I am rotating. No, you don't say I am rotating. Nobody says that. Everybody is there in the house. They don't say the house is brown in color. They don't say our house is painted blue, light blue. House is painted light blue. Nobody says I am painted light blue. They don't say, even though I am the one who constructed the house. So there is clarity is there. No, house can't be me. Even my children and my parents, they are not me also. I am affected by them, but they are not me. I am very clear about that. But when it comes to body, there are problems. So body onwards, analysis starts. So here also, Indriyebhya parahyata arthebhyascha param manaha manasastu parabuddhi. So there, this Panchakosha Viveka it is called. Panchakosha Viveka means what? That's where this Annamaya Kosha, Pranamaya Kosha, Manomaya Kosha, etc. come. Annamaya means this gross body. I identify myself with the gross body. I say I'm tall. I'm tall means this body is tall. But I impute the tallness to myself. That is how the analysis starts. And so then no, I'm not tall, etc. Body is tall. My body is very much visible to me. How can I be the body? Just like how can I be the fan? why are you not fan? Please tell me. Somebody asks, why are you not fan means what? How can I be fan? Fan is fan, I am I. Oh, so good. Okay, we are very smart. Sorry, I didn't know that. And well, that is because what? How do you answer that question? Tell me why you are not fan, you are not car, you are not a tree. You tell me why. Hey, that is because simple answer to that. And that is because I perceive the fan. I am able to see the fan. That's it. That is the answer. Therefore, fan is an object, and so fan cannot be me. This is the only argument you can give. What else can you give? Please tell me. No, I went and purchased it in the store. Therefore, I'm not the fan. Is that what you will say? The electrician came, installed it, and went. Therefore, they did not install me. They installed the fan. That's all fine. How do you know you are not the fan? Please tell me. Okay. And so the only reason we can give is drishyatvat. That is a Vedanta. Drishyatvat means because it is an object of my perception. Drishyatvat. Drishyatvat anatma. Drishyatvat jadam. Because it is perceivable or perceived, it is jadam. Jadam means inert. Anatma. Same thing applies here also. Okay. Annamaya kosha. Then pranamaya. What about, okay, body is not me, if I get it. And then next step is what? Pranaha. Pranaha, little more subtle. A pranamaya kosha. So more subtle. Sense organs are there. Eyesight. I say I am short-sighted. I am short-sighted means what? Do you know that you are short-sighted, or the eyes are telling you that you are short-sighted? No, no, eyes don't tell me anything. Eyes are eyes. They're just doing their job. I can figure out that I'm short-sighted. Doctor, with the help of doctor, I can figure out. Okay, I can figure out. Or the eyes are figuring out. EYE, is that figuring out? Or I, capital I, is figuring out? Well, capital I is figuring out. Okay, good. So there is a separation between the eyesight, sense organs, and I. All right, like this, there is a particular Viveka. And there in the Kathopanishad, Tad Vishnoho Paramam Padam, like that it was said. Look at that. Comes to Aham. Upanishad comes to Aham. Takes away Annamaya Kosha, Pranamaya Kosha, sense organs gone. Then Manomaya Kosha, mind. Oh boy. We can take away all these things, but finally, when it comes to mind, they're stuck because I can't separate myself from my mind. Hey, but still, we say it's not that difficult. Who's saying I am happy? Do you know you're happy or you don't know you're happy? Mind reports to you that you're happy. Now I can see all thoughts patterns. All the thoughts I can see. Changing thoughts, sounds are coming, going, people are coming, going, thoughts are happening, I'm thinking, I'm deciding to postpone, not to postpone, everything I'm doing. So manaha, buddhi, everything, I am the observer of that. So like that, we arrive at the self, which is none of these things, none of the koshas. What is a kosha? Kosha is a locus, is a place over which I make a mistake. So, kosha means what? They translate kosha as a sheath and all that. Sheath, Sheath. All of you have studied Vedanta books and all you have studied, so you know this. Sheath. And we understand this as something that covers Atma. Atma cannot be covered, first of all. But we first make a mistake thinking it is some kind of covering. And then we make another mistake, therefore Atma must be inside. Atma is inside, all right, but Atma is outside also. What to do? How do you go there from here to there? So as though covering. Why as though covering? Because mistake is made. A mistake is enough to cover Atma. Mistake is enough. And on that mistake. And the locus of that mistake is called a koshaha. Annamaya kosha. I make a mistake on the body. I project Atma on the body. Or I project body on the Atma. Both. Both I do. How do I do that? I project body on the Atma because I say I am the body. So what? The qualities of the body are the qualities of Atma. Body is mortal, therefore I am a mortal. Wrong conclusion. See, a mistake made, then conclusions are drawn. Then how do I project the Atma on the body? Body is conscious. Consciousness of Atma is being projected on the body. So, Anyonya Adhyasaha, Shankara will say elsewhere. Anyonya Adhyasaha. Adhyasa means superimposition. Anyonya means mutual. Body projected on Atma, Atma projected on body. Anyway, all this discussion, Tad Vishnoho Paramam Padam. There he says, Paramam Padam. In one level translated as Vaikuntha Lokaha. Vishnoho Paramam Padam. That you should go to. Where Vishnu? It is Vishnu's Loka. Vishnoho Paramam Padam. And Swami makes a very interesting observation. He says, look, all of us have studied mathematics. There are variables and constants. Okay, consonant. Look at that. Having studied Bhagavad Gita, and all Sanskrit and all, consonant is coming. But here I am talking about a variable and a constant. Okay, constant means 1, 2, 3, 4. All these are constants. Variable means x, y, z, and all we use in an equation. Okay. So like that, there are variables x, y, z. All these are variables. Now, instead of x, y, z, let's use v. V is a variable. V is a variable. Okay, variable. We have to figure out what V is in an equation. V is equal to, suppose I say V is equal to 3 plus 5. V is equal to 3 plus 5. What is V? V is equal to 8. Okay, like that. That's an equation. Simple, very simple. Or you can say V square plus W square is equal to what? To 9 plus 4, 13. Suppose I V square plus W square is equal to 13, if I say. Then you will say one solution is V is equal to 2 and W is equal to 3. 2 square is 4, 3 square is 9, 9 plus 4 is 13. So V is equal to, like that you can say. This Vishnu also is a V. Vishnu. For us, we are thinking of Vishnu. Vishnu Loka. Hey, Vishnu is a variable. It's a variable. Swamiji says it's a variable. We have to figure out yet what this Vishnu is. And you have made an assumption that Vishnu is in Vishnu Loka and that is Vishnu. No, it is a variable. Keep it as a variable for now until you come to Advaita Vedanta. Then finally, V is equal to Brahma will come. Answer will come later on. So allow for the answer to come. Okay, like that he says. Found that to be very, very interesting. So that provisional answer is there Vishnu. That temporary answer is there Vishnu. And we should not take the temporary answer as the final answer. Final answer should be Brahma, Atma, etc. should come. And therefore, this Vibhrajate, that is the one. Tad Vishnoho Paramam Padam. And so that that is a that is how it works here. So Nihitam Guhayam Vibhrajate. So what is the translation of the shloka? Oh, okay. Yad yatayo vishanti. I don't know if I explained it. So vishanti. Vishanti means enters. Enters. That is the literal meaning. Enters. Yatayaha vishanti. Who entered? Yatayaha. Yati. Yati. Yati means people who make effort are called yatis. Yati. So generally, yatayaha. Yati means sannyasi. Yati can mean many things. But here in this case, yatayaha, already Tyaga is talked about. Sannyasa is indicated. Okay. Next mantra also sannyasa is going to come. Okay. So yati means what? One who has decided to give up dharma, artha and kama. One who has understood that dharma, artha, kama are limited. Therefore, what I want is moksha. And therefore, they are yatis. Because they are going to make yatna. Yatna shilaha. They are going to make an effort now. Because now they have to change the direction of the ship. Ship is going this way and they have to turn slowly. They're going to turn like this. Turning a ship is not easy. It's not like turning a car or a bicycle. It's going to take a while. So those people are called yatayaha, yati. And these books, they show this one, men with long beards and all that as yatis. So we all think yati means you have to be some kind of, you have to be old, you have to have beard and all that. No, no. It can be symbolic also. Symbolic. If they have a beard, that means what? They are not interested in their looks. Means they are vairagis. Viragis, correct? Viragis, they don't care for all these things. They are clean, but they don't bother about all. So that's one way. Another thing is long beard and all, if it is there, or white beard. Then the idea is what? Hey, time's running out. Okay. We don't have time for all these things. I'm already 60, I'm already 70. Okay. And so they're important. They're very serious about how they use their time. And so we can read all that from those kind of symbolic presentations of a yati. So with that, this shloka is completed, this mantra is completed. Yat yatayaha vishanti. Yat means what? That nakam parena guhayam nihitam yat. That which is there in the cave of the heart, which is beyond heaven, that vishanti. They enter that. Like that, the mantra. They enter that means what? They enter into the world of Brahman. Means what? Now the thought process has always been anatma. All this dharmartha kama. All things, material things, including relationships. Now the discussion is shifting towards parena nakam. Parena nakam means heaven also is out the door, coming to the self. And this world of self, that vishanti, they enter that world. They enter that world means they already are that. And so they recognize who they are finally. They are the Atma, which is actually the cause of the world, which he is going to tell later. All right. So, what is the translation? Let me read what is there here. Not by action, progeny, or wealth, but by renunciation, they have attained immortality, which is beyond heaven and which is hidden in the cave. Into this, which shines there, enter those who apply effort. That is how this translation. I don't know where the translation is coming from, but that's the rough translation. Okay, you can review that as a homework. You can rewrite that. Many ways to write the translation, right? Okay, next mantra, number 4. Yeah, Kalyani. Vedanta Vijnanam
वेदांत विज्ञान
Sunischitarthaha
सुनिश्चितार्थाः
Sannyasa Yogat
संन्यास योगात्
Yataya Shuddha Sattvaha
यतयः शुद्ध सत्त्वाः
Te Brahma Lokeshu
ते ब्रह्मलोकेषु
Parantakale
परान्तकाले
Paramritaha
परामृताः
Parimucyanti Sarve.
परिमुच्यन्ति सर्वे
Once again, Vedanta Vijnana Sunischitarthaha
वेदांत विज्ञान सुनिश्चितार्थाः
Sannyasa Yogat Yataya Shuddha Sattvaha
संन्यास योगात् यतयः शुद्ध सत्त्वाः
Te Brahma Lokeshu Parantakale
ते ब्रह्मलोकेषु परान्तकाले
Paramritaah Parimucyanti Sarve.
paramrutah parimushyanti sarve.
Yeah. Again, last time I told you during that the previous mantra, it is chanted when a sannyasi arrives our home, arrives a temple, wherever they arrive, wherever the sannyasi arrives, male or female, they are invoked, they are welcomed by these mantras. Na karmana, then Vedanta Vijnana. Like this, the mantra continues in the other Upanishad. And so this also is a continuation of that same. So generally we say sannyasa mantra, like that we say. Like that we say. In the previous mantra also, Tyaga was talked about. Here, sannyasa yoga is there. Okay. So therefore, that same second and third mantra is being, the message of those two mantras are being combined here in this fourth mantra. Okay. There is only one verb in this mantra. It is parimuchyanti. 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 So they get freed. They are liberated. Parimuchyanti. Ke parimuchyanti? Sarve. Te sarve. The first word in the second half of the second half is te. Okay. And sarve is the last word. Te sarve parimuchyanti. All of them are liberated. That is the this main sentence here. Every other word is going to explain who are they, when, all these things will come. Okay. And parimuchyanti is not new to you. That word. We'll come to that in shortly. It's there in Bhagavad Gita, so on, so forth. We've seen it many times. So now he's going to talk about this Vedanta Vijnanam has come up. Correct? So sooner or later, that knowledge has to come. And we talked to some extent about na karmana na prajaya. So, not by karma, not by progeny, not by relationships. Progeny can be relationship, not just children. Children is a upalakshanam. Upalakshanam means what? It symbolizes your whole network of relationships. Children represent, they are very dear to us, therefore children, and so invoke children, then suddenly the dependence on our relationships is highlighted. So prajaya. And so, na karmana. So karmana na moksha. Saw it last time. Means karma cannot give me moksha. And karma can give me artha, kama, and dharma. In fact, karma only can give me artha, kama, and dharma. Nothing else can give. Okay. And whatever, limited security, limited pleasure, limited means what? Temporary. Everything is temporary. Because karma also is limited. Therefore, the result also should be limited. So temporary. Anityam, we say. And so, this guy, the parents were concerned that the boys who's going to college is not eating food properly. Is studying constantly. Is they say bookworm, they say. And so he's studying. This seriously. And so they were very concerned, and so they took him to Swamiji. And Swamiji was there. Then Swamiji came. Swamiji was invited home, and Swamiji, they were talking. And so Swamiji is asking, so what's going on? So I'm doing this, that, whatever, second year in college, etc. What is this? Your parents are saying you're not eating properly and all. What is going on? Swamiji, you only said, that day in class, my mother was listening and I overheard all these things. What did you overhear like this? na karmana. So, na prajaya, nothing you said. So, and you also explained it by saying things like wealth will not give you knowledge, relationships will not give you knowledge, food will not give you knowledge, good food will not give you knowledge, nutritious food also will not give you knowledge. Everything you said, I heard all this. Wow, you're listening to all this quietly. I am so impressed. I'm very impressed. So I'm very impressed. Oh, that's why you're not paying attention to your food. Is that right? Is that what you're saying? Yeah, that's why food is. I'm interested in. I love all these things. Physics, chemistry, all these things I love, and I just feel like. So you only said knowledge means you have to stay focused also. So all this food and all people get lost. They're eating all kinds of stuff. Okay, good, good, not bad. You're very smart. But I'll tell you one thing. What after all this study, what will happen? I want to get a degree. What do you want to get a degree? I want to get a job. Who is this knowledge for? It's for me only. For you only. You're sure it's knowledge for not for somebody else, only for you? Yeah, it's for you. Okay, but should you exist for the knowledge, for the job and everything? You should exist, right? Yeah, of course I must exist. Yeah. If you want to exist, then you have to have food. Food only can give you existence. Knowledge cannot give you existence. Correct? Like that. So and they had to give that kind of a reasoning. So that is what. So relationships won't give you moksha means you don't throw away relationships. Food will not give you moksha means don't throw away food. Therefore, na karmana, na prajaya means don't throw away all these things. Understand the limitations, understand their usefulness, use them for what they are useful for. Okay? That's what we understand from that. That is why in Viveka Chudamani we saw just now, Chittasya Shuddhaye Karma. What a statement it is. Natu Vastupalabdhaye. Clear. The lines are drawn. Be clear about what is what. That's all it is. So here, te sarve parimuchyanti. Who are they? So a lot of adjectives are here. Vedanta Vijnana Sunischitarthaha. That is one. Then Yatayaha. That we have seen already once. Then Shuddha Sattvaha. Paramritaha. Four words are there which describe they. They means they. Those people who get liberated are being described by these words. Okay. So let's look at this. Shuddha Sattvaha. Shuddha Sattvaha. Sattva here refers to manaha, manas. Sattvam is also, it has a guna also, but here sattva is manas, manaha. So it means what? Shuddha manaha. That is the way to understand this word, Shuddha Sattvaha. Shuddha manaha. Those whose minds are Shuddham, pure. Pure means what? What is this pure business? Pure sugar and all they sell, pure honey they say, pure honey, and now they're saying this pure honey and all is bogus, and they're adding jaggery into it and all. You hear all kinds of stuff. So pure mind means what? Pure mind is it's actually a dangerous usage, really speaking, because then we will think that it has lot of garbage. Garbage has to given up, and somehow all some thought should not come to my mind. That is not called purity. Mind cannot be controlled, really speaking. Let's accept this fact. Once we accept the fact that the mind can't be controlled, life will be much simpler. Much simpler. Let thoughts come and go. Hey, are you going to entertain the thought or not? That is in your control. No, I got this thought. I got this thought. Let the thought come. That is what the mind is supposed to do. It is supposed to think about things. That's what the mind is. Otherwise, where is but is that of any value or not? That I can discuss, debate, and then come to a conclusion. So, Sankalpa Vikalpa Atmikam Manaha. Tattva. That which goes towards something and then says, no, The waste of my time. No, but very exciting. All my friends are going. I should also go. No. I no, I'm occupied right now. Children applying for college. So it's a big time. So I can't do that. And they need my time. I can't take a 10-day vacation. And children will cannot come anyway. And so, like this. This is called manaha. Then finally deciding, final decision making faculty antakaranam is there. And so, therefore, Shuddha Sattvaha here means, hey, Dharma is there. First of all, Dharma is there. I have difficulty keeping to Dharma itself. Okay. Then make an effort. Make an effort to understand that that idam shariram kalu dharma sadhanam. Hey, Dharma, I've been born as animal before. Now I got a human birth. Okay. Dharma artha kama, dharma, artha and kama. Anyway, I'm an expert in Artha and Kama. And what about Dharma? This is the chance. Human life is a chance to allow Dharma to manifest in my life. Okay. And let me allow that to happen. May I pray that that happens. So Shuddha Sattvaha, Dharma based Shuddha Sattvaha. And of course, Antakarana Shuddhi is there. Amanitvam, Madamritvam, all these values we talked about in the Bhagavad Gita. Why should Krishna talk about values? Values have nothing to do with Vedanta, really speaking. Values are values. Children are also taught values. Values are highlighted. But Krishna talks about it. Why? Because this is a different ball game altogether. One has to have values. One's life has to be value driven. Because we are going towards moksha here. And so minimum background we need, and that is value based life. Okay. And that makes the mind, that is what purity of the mind is. But all you can talk about purity. Purity means dharma is crystal clear. Crystal clear. Okay. And how to interpret dharma in situations also is clear. Without conflicts, I can make that interpretation. So without conflict, see that conflict, ashuddham. Without freedom from conflict is shuddham. Freedom from conflict. And another way in Vedanta, we will say, not allowing oneself to be a victim of likes and dislikes, raga dvesha. Krishna has already said before, Indriyani Indriyatheshu Ragadvesho Vyavastito. Any object you take in this life, world I can say, but objects we use are all limited anyway. From house onwards, all objects, any object, there will be a like and a dislike. You will be forced to make a conclusion. I like it, I don't like it, or I'm indifferent. It doesn't matter. It doesn't bother me. Like that. Doesn't bother me once. Like I like banana. I love banana. And I eat the banana. Then what happened? Then what about this banana peel is there in your hand? Why did you eat it? No, I don't want it. And it's okay. Just toss. I neither hate it nor I love it. Indifferent to this. This banana peel indifference. Okay. And so this is called Raga Dvesha. Entire Bhagavad Gita is based on Raga Dvesha. So Raga Dvesha analysis then takes us towards Vedanta. So here, same thing. Shuddha Sattva, those who have appreciated it and worked on their ragadveshas to a point where nobody can eliminate ragadvesha because that is how it is. But we don't have to yield to the ragadveshas. That is the message from the Bhagavad Gita, which is being mentioned by just a few words in the Upanishad. The Upanishad need not mention it, but it's mentioning it. Shuddha Sattvaha iti. That means what? They are Yatayaha already we saw. Yatayaha, they worked on it. What did they work on? Well, they worked on these things. They made a good self-assessment of themselves and then they have become Shuddha Sattvaha. So Karma Yoga can be brought in here. Karma Yoga. They're connected only. Karma Yoga. So Ishwararpana Buddhi is there. And so whatever I do with the idea that I am offering. I am offering my Whatever small thing I'm doing at home or outside or a big project, okay, I'm going to, it's an offering. Offering. And then what about the result? I'm not going to do things just blindly because I have a purpose in mind. And so that purpose is there. I want that kind of result. So I'll do my best. And then what? And then prasada buddhi is there. This is karma yoga. Prasada buddhi means what? Things are not going to happen to my liking. Need not happen the way I want things to unfold. Okay. And therefore, how am I going to deal with that? That is where the most of the problem is. Disappointment, frustration, anger, etc., comes. They're all reactions to what happens to the things I do. Okay, prasada buddhi, very beautiful it is. Samatvam yoga uchyate. Krishna said that, right? In the Bhagavad Gita, in the second chapter itself, he said it. Samatvam. What is that samatvam? Samatvam is sameness. Sameness to what? Sameness to anything that happens to me. And one has to develop it over time. Develop it over time, and you'll be amazed once you develop it. You'll realize I'm now getting a shock absorbing facility. That strength is coming. Strength is coming. Slowly we have to develop it. That's why all the life is important. All ashramas are mentioned. Sannyasa, no jump from one to the other. It's not there for us. I mean, a mature person can jump, but that's not a jump really. That is a natural maturing process. And so, Shuddha Sattvaha. And so, Yatayaha. You can bring the word Yatayaha here also. It takes effort. It takes effort. Means what kind of effort it is? Physical effort? No, it's all in the mind only. It's all the whole growth process is a mental effort anyway. And so now, okay, Shuddha Sattva is the starting point. Chittasya Shuddhaye karma. So that I have to through karma. Karma is what gives me the opportunity to get this Chitta Shuddhi, Manas Shuddhi, Antakarana Shuddhi. And so, Chittasya Shuddhaye karma. Then what? After getting after getting the Chitta Shuddhi, then what? Then moksha is there. So that moksha requires the Chitta Shuddhi because there's a grand statement that is going to be made, and that I must be alive. I must be present to listen to that, and my mind can't be going around agitated. Agitated mind can't appreciate anything, leave alone Vedanta. And so that person has to slowly let go of all the karma. Karma's purpose is understood, limitation is understood. Now I've got the benefit of karma. Therefore, now I'm shifting direction to to what? From karma yoga to jnana yoga. These two words are there. Karma, jnanam, karma yoga, jnana yoga. Lokesmin dvivida nishta pura prokta maya naga. 3.3 Bhagavad Gita. See how useful it is to study all that, right? And so, a person, yati, is one who is now who is committed now to jnana yoga, and so is beginning to transition or transitioning. Okay, that person is also called a yati. And we saw the word yati earlier also. Okay, te. Then Vedanta Vijnana Sunischitartha. Then what happened? They are studying Vedanta. Until now, it is what? It is Karma Kanda coming to Jnana Kanda. Karma coming to Jnanam. So Jnanam means, if you take Veda, then it is Jnana Kanda, which is also called Vedanta. Vedanta, we know that. And so, Vedanta, Vijnana Sunischitartha. And before that, we can see what do they do? Sannyasa yoga. Let's talk about that first. Because that lifestyle requires constant focus. It's like anything requires anything significant that we have accomplished in life is due to constant focus and constant effort only. Nothing else, nothing comes easy. Nothing good, significant comes easy. And so, uh, sannyasa yoga, tyaga we saw earlier. Now he's saying sannyasa yoga. Anything significant requires tyaga. Anything significant. I think we don't need a big introduction to that. From even the country, anything. The country has to progress means tyaga is required. Country has to get freedom. Oh my God, this freedom, this constant battle of civilizations is unending. It is, and so some countries go and occupy other countries. I don't know why this is a serious problem, and it constantly goes on and on and on. They say India is the only country that has not occupied other lands. Like that is a popular statement. Why? Because Vedanta Vijnana Sunishitartha Moksha is the goal. And so the culture has all the devices in place to recognize your true self. They're all seekers, seeking one's own liberation. And they understood that this liberation will not come by akramanam, to occupying somebody else's land. And so that's just a no-no in our culture. And so sannyasa. There also to get freedom for a country to get freedom, tyaga. People have to sacrifice a lot. Our ancestors have sacrificed a lot for us to be where we are today. For a country to say, I'm free, I can raise this is my flag, this is my seat in the United Nations, and this is my constitution, and these are the things we are doing. It looks like it is a very big thing. A lot of people have to lead that process. And so there is tyaga. Here also there is tyaga. For the person to be free, also tyaga. Same tyaga applies. Okay. So sannyasa yoga. Swami says, hey, you have been speaking like a rat all these years. When are you going to roar like a lion? It's like that, he says. Okay, come on. And so, therefore, these yatis are making that effort by sannyasa yoga. Means by they either literally taking to sannyasa. So sannyasa is not a alien thing for us. It's not an alien thing for us. It's required, and it is not. Some of the Siddhantis, they don't, sannyasa is not a big part of it. Vishishtadvaitis, sannyasa is there, but they don't talk much about it because the prapatti is important. Surrender is important. Surrender is what is the maximum I can do in this life. That's what they say. And once I surrender, then my future is made. Okay. But here it is seeking to know oneself. And so one has to have quality time. Quality time. They talk in America. I learned this phrase. Quality time means what? Family is there. They've all come. Some vacation is there. Navaratri vacation. Family is come. Or Christmas vacation, whichever vacation works for you. Right? That's called quality time with family. Spending time with family. Here also quality time is needed. That quality time is called sannyasa yoga. And so it prepares, our system prepares us for it. Brahmachari, Grahastha, Vanaprastha, Sannyasa. Quality time towards moksha, Purushartha. All right. So by Sannyasa Yoga, okay, what happened? These people, what happened to them? Vedanta Vijnana Sunischitarthaha. Arthaha. Nischitaha Arthaha. Means well ascertained truth. Nischitaha Arthaha. Purpose of life is well understood, and what is the goal of life once it is understood, they have achieved that goal also. So artha can mean many things, right? Artha means meaning. Artha, iska arth kya hai? So that is meaning also. No, but Purushartha is there. Purushartha means what? That which is sought after by a human being is called a Purushartha. So Artha also means what is it I want? That also is called Artha. Okay. So here, here you can say the central message of the Upanishads of Vedanta. Vedanta means Upanishad. Central message. What the message is to be there, that's what is sitting right there. Mahavakyams are sitting and pregnant with meaning. And so that I am now exposing myself to, and I have understood them. These people have understood that. What have they understood? Nischitaha artaha, understood very clearly, without any doubt. Okay. Vijnanam. So I am reminded of our 7th chapter, I think it comes. Jnanam teham savijnanam. Idam vakshyamya sheshataha. 7.2 or 3. Idam vakshyamya sheshataha. Yajñatva neha bhuyon yat jnatavyam avashishyate. Jnanam teham savijnanam. I'm going to teach you, hey Arjuna, I'm going to teach you jnanam and vijnanam. Two things, words he uses. Normally, the word jnanam means moksha. Atma Jnanam, Brahma Jnanam. That's what Jnanam means. But here he uses two words, Jnanam and Vijnanam. That means what? Vijnanam is moksha, moksha Jnanam, Atma Vidya, and Jnanam is everything else required for that, for this knowledge. Karma Yoga, Jnanam, or Saguna Brahma Vidya means all the preparatory steps that are needed. Prayerful life is required. So puja, prarthanaji, everything is there which gives me the antakarana shuddhi. So the jnanam will give me antakarana shuddhi, shuddha sattvaha. And so now they are ready for what is called vijnanam. What kind of vijnanam? Vedanta vijnanam. The self-knowledge that all the Vedanta Shastras talk about. That is called Vedanta vijnanam. Sunishchitarthaha. They are now clear. Because it's knowledge. Because it is knowledge, you can say, I know it or I don't know it. You can say it. Because it is knowledge. If it is belief, you can't say that. If belief is something that you take as a fact, you just believe. You just believe. Do I believe that I'm going to, and the person is sleeping tonight. Why are they sleeping tonight? Because tomorrow is there, I have a lot of work to do. Oh, that means you're going to be alive tomorrow? What are you asking? I'm asking a very simple question. Are you going to be alive tomorrow? Oh, nobody asked me this kind of question before. What is this, Guruji? These Vedanta classes are all very scary to me. You're asking all kinds of questions. No, I'm asking him, are you going, that person is sleeping. Are you going to be alive tomorrow? Yeah, I believe I will be alive tomorrow. Aha, that's what I want to know. Good. I believe. A good statement. I believe is good. Because I know I'm going to be alive, nobody can say. I know I will be alive, nobody can say. I believe I'm going to be alive tomorrow. And so therefore I'm going to sleep with the hope that I'm going to get up. Correct. That is a correct statement. That is called belief. This is called belief. What is a belief? I will be alive tomorrow. That's a belief. It's not knowledge. It can't be knowledge. Because you know that. I don't have to explain all. That is the difference between belief and knowledge. 2 plus 3 is 5 or not, if I ask you. You can't say, I believe 2 plus 3 is 5. That's not correct. I know that 2 plus 3 is 5. That's it. It can't be anything else. It can't be 5.00001 also. It can't be. Why? Yeah, I know 2 plus 3 is 5. 0.00001 is approximately very close to 5. That is fine. But 2 plus 3 is 5. That's it. 5.0. All right. So, Sunishchitarthaha, these people, knowledge only can make me say that. Nothing else can. Nothing else can. So therefore, that knowledge is a very important thing for us. And so Vedanta Vijnana Sunishchitarthaha. What is that knowledge you're talking about? Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya. Brahma Satyam. The world is mithya. So mithya, the word mithya I introduced. So I have to explain to you what mithya is. This is a pot, clay pot. Many of my past students, they know this, but some of new students are there, so I have to do this. So this is a clay pot. Literally, it's a clay pot. I purchased it. I went to the store and bought it. And so clay pot is there. And we said it is a clay pot. So that means there are two words I used, clay and also pot. Two words are used. Are these two words, they're different words or they're synonyms? They are different words. Clay is clay, pot is pot. Pot means something of the shape like I'm showing is called a pot. Clay is material. Clay is material. And it's a the material with which this is made is called clay. Just like this is a steel tumbler. The tumbler is good, I understand. Steel tumbler, that also I understand. A tumbler that is made of steel. All right. now, now we're going to analyze realities. We are analyzing realities. Okay, realities. Pot exists, clay exists. Pot exists, clay exists. When you think of clay, you don't have to think of pot. Correct? When I say clay, do you always think of pot? You may think of pot, you may think of clay that is out there outside the door on the street. Clay is there, mud is there, sand is there. You can think of that also. Something happens. When a word is uttered, something should happen here. This is why this class is moving forward, progressing. That's why many of you are shaking your head because something is happening here. So it's called the happening thing is called vritti. Vrittis are constantly changing in the mind. So when I say clay, vritti happens. Something happens in your mind. When I say pot, something happens. When I say pots and pans, then something else happens in your mind. Correct? Pots and pans. Pots and pans means all the stuff that is there in your kitchen, all the vessels are called pots and pans. All right? All these things are there. So now the question, simple question Vedantis will ask is this. This is a clay pot. All right. Did pot have a date of birth? Yeah. Pot had a date of birth. Yes. The pot makers are there. You can see there is one. I had a lot of joy once I went. You guys, a guy that is just 1 kilometer away. That's it. They're all making in fact, they have a huge place. They don't have any place to stand at all. They're just standing and they're just walking like this. And so they saw me. They were coming towards me. They have no place to stand. I wanted to go inside. I could not go. Okay, I was afraid I'll break all these pots and things that are there. Big size pots, small size pots, they have all kinds of stuff. Presumably, people are buying all these things. Okay. I wanted to get this flower, this a pot for my tulasi. I wanted to get because these days what they are doing, they are making these pots with cement or some material they are making. They're painting it this brown color, reddish brown color, and I don't want that. I am looking for a just one panai, they call it clay pot. I'm looking for, and they are making it. And so they're still making it. And so this guy has a date of birth. Date of birth. Correct. Pot has a date of birth. What about clay? Did clay exist before the pot was born? Yeah. Clay has to exist before the pot was born. Correct. Clay has to exist. All right. So that means the clay can look at the pot and say, "Arey, tu to bacha hai. Tu to bacha hai." Means you're a small boy. Compared to me, you're a small boy. And okay. And then one more thing the clay says, you are going to pass away, but I am not going to pass away so soon. That also the clay will say, okay, the clay is keeping quiet just because clay respects the pot. And so he didn't say all that, but it's understood. Then the clay is also saying, hey, pot, what is the weight of you? What is your weight? Oh, I'm weighing 95 grams. Okay, weighing 90. Whose weight is 95 grams? Pot's weight or clay's weight? Then the pot agrees. No, it is your weight only. I thought you won't ask me the question, but now that you asked me, I have to admit, it's your weight only. What is your color? My color is reddish brown. Your color is reddish brown? Okay, what about clay? What about my color? No, you are reddish brown, therefore I am reddish brown. Okay, okay. All right. So now, it means what? All these properties belong to clay. What property pot can tell? Density, clay. Smell, clay. Okay. Color, clay. Everything belongs to clay. Touch, the feel, that also belongs to clay only. So pot, what do you have? Do you have anything that you can call your own? Don't ask those questions. Keep quiet. Don't say all that. Pot has to say keep quiet. Why? Because pot begins to understand that I am mithya. Clay is satyam. Clay is satyam. Clay satyam means what? Clay is what existed before. Clay is what exists now. Clay is what is going to exist later also. Pot cannot say that. In fact, pot cannot say it because pot itself exists. If you say pot's existence depends on clay's existence. If clay decides, okay, I'm bored with you, I'm going to walk away, pot has to beg the clay, no, please don't go away. Let me live for a few more years. Life is good, LG. Therefore, I want to live for a few more years. So pot is what? Mithya. Pot is mithya. And means what? That whose existence depends on something else for its existence is called mithya. That whose existence does not depend on anything else is called satyam. This is the definition. If you can remember this definition, Vedanta is just a cakewalk. And then we understand this also. That is why we say in Vedanta common statement, the whole Jagat is Nama Rupa. Nama Rupa. Then what is pot? Tell me something. Pot, the word pot is there or not? Yeah. Can clay hold water? Clay must be in the form of a pot in order to hold water. Okay. All right. Okay. Now we are giving some some credit to pot. Some credit must be given. And so that must hold water means what? Nama Rupa. Okay. Maximum you can give name and form to pot. That's it. Name and form does not exist by itself also. It depends on clay for its existence. Okay. Name and form. Nama Rupa Bhyam. Astibhati Priyam Rupam Nama Chetyam Shapanchakam. Like that, Shankaracharya writes in Trigdrishya Viveka. That's coming to my mind. Okay, well, Nama, he says that. Astibhati Priyam Rupam Nama, he says. There are five things for any object. Asti Bhati Priyam. Asti means existence. Bhati means shines. Shines means available. Makes its appearance known. Asti Bhati Priyam. Priyam means what? Ananda. And he says, Adyatrayam Brahma Rupam. Asti Bhati and Priyam is Brahma. Sat Chit Anandaha. Satyam Jnanam Anantam. Okay. And then Jagat Rupam Tatodvayam. This Rupa and Nama I told you, that is called Jagat. That's called Jagat. That means the world, the universe. The universe is all name and forms of what? Of this Satyam Brahma. Okay. That is a message that these people have understood. We'll have a chance to discuss more of this. And so Vedanta Vijnana. This is Vedanta Vijnanam. Brahma Satyam Jagan Mithya. But wait, Brahma Satyam. Jagan Mithya. World is Mithya and Brahma is Satyam. So what? So my problems don't get solved. I am the one who is in the middle of this world. I am suffering. Everybody is haunting me. The world is haunting me. I am afraid of so many things. I know you say that. It's good you said that. That is why Aham Brahmasmi. That Brahma Satyam is Aham. Aham has to come into play somewhere. Otherwise, all these things is what? That's why they say Vedanta is theory. If Aham is not there in the picture, Vedanta is theory only. Aham has to be brought. That's why Kshetrajñan chapi mam vidhi. Hey, Arjuna, you are Kshetrajña, means you are the perceiver of the world. Kshetrajña. Kshetran janati iti. Kshetrajña. You are the perceiver of the world. Natatra Suryo Bhatina Chandra Tarakam. We saw that in the Kathopanishad. There the sun doesn't shine. Means what? It's the sunshine, you must be existing for the sun to shine. The sun also must be existing first and foremost before the sun can say, I'm shining. Existence is taken for granted. Existence taken for granted. Satyam is taken for granted. The pot has taken clay for granted. Clay for granted. And it is masquerading. I'm this, I'm that. I'm very depressed. Why? Because there is all these big pots. All the big pots are getting all the attention. Nobody pays any attention to me. Okay. All these problems are there. Clay is forgotten. Satyam is forgotten. Taken for granted. Even though Satyam is what gives existence to all. Okay. So that knowledge they have gained. Vedanta Vijnana. Sunishchitarthaha. Then Paramritaha. After they know this, what happens to them? Paramritaha bhavanti. Amritaha bhavanti. Amritam. Amritam. That which has no death is called Amrita. Amrita. Our children, we always name our children Amrita only. We don't name them Brita. No child will have the name Brita. Guaranteed. At least in India. In America, I don't know what they do. The words, the people, one thing that scares me periodically is these new Indian parents, they want to be creative. Creative names they want. These words, Anand, Vivek, and all the common words. Something you tell me. In the process, they miss a particle here or there, wrong meaning will come. One little letter is so important. And so, why not have Amrita? Why always Amrita? Like that, I hope they don't ask these kinds of questions. And so, Paramritaha, Param cha Amritam cha, Paramritam. Param, that Amritam is limitlessness. Param. Satyam has to be limitless. It cannot have a limit. If you say there is a limit, that means there is a Nama Rupa. If there is a limit for it, then what about after the limit, after this boundary, what is there? What is there outside? Nothing is there. Nothing is there. This is what? Something is there for you to say nothing is there, correct? So that nothing, so-called nothing. In your idea, there is nothing. Nothing perceivable is there, but Akasha is there. The fact that you said, you put a boundary and said this is inside, this is outside. That means there is an outside, there is also space is very much there. Space is also Mithya and Brahma Satyam. And so, Paramritaha Bhavanti. They become immortal. Become immortal. Did they become immortal? Did Atma become immortal? No, no, no. Atma is always immortal. Who are you to make Atma immortal? I am here only to understand that I am Atma. I am the immortal Atma. Atma is always immortal. And so now that my identity has shifted from this body to Atma, then I can say, I was immortal before, but I didn't know it. Now I am also the same immortal Atma only, but I now know it. I know it. And it's supposed to make a very big difference. Very, 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 very big difference in our life. Okay? And so, like the guy who was searching for the glasses, correct? Very big difference it makes. So, what happens then? Parantakale. Parantakale. Kala means time. Parantakala means at the time of death. Antakala itself means time of death. Antakala, time of death. But for jnanis, that time of death is called Parantakala. Parantakala. It's a technical word which is referring to a sannyasi or a wise person who is dying, okay, or who is dead, who's gone, whose body is gone, okay, and so that's called Parantakale. And Antakale we have seen in Bhagavad Gita. Where did we see Antakala in Bhagavad Gita?
Antakale cha
Antakale
mameva.
chamameva smaran muktva kalevaram.
8th chapter.
Kusumameti.
Correct. Antakale cha mameva smaran bhuktva kalevaram. And then before each chapter also we saw.
7th also.
What is that? Okay, 7. Before 7 also.
Sthitvasya mattakalepi. I think that's the only one I recall. The whole
Yesha brahmi sthiti partha nainam prapya vimuhyati sthitva syamantakalepi brahma nirvanam richati. Correct. Second chapter itself we saw it. Then 8th chapter, Arjuna is worrying about this Antakala and all that, right? What happens in the last days and all. If I don't get moksha, what happens, etc. Those questions are all right. So that we have seen that prayana kale api cha mam te vidur yukta chetasaha, like that in 7th chapter it comes.
Prayanakale manasachalena. Is
Prayana
that the one?
kale manasa chalena bhaktya yukto yoga balena jaiva. Yeah, exactly. I think that is 8th chapter. Yeah, that is 8th
8th chapter.
8th chapter. Good. So we know what Parantakala is. And then Brahma Lokeshu, they enter, they get freed in Brahmaloka. Literal meaning Brahmalokeshu means they are liberated in Brahmaloka. A Brahman is Sarvam, Sarvam Brahmamayam. Re Sarvam Brahmamayam. Sarvam Brahmamayam. Everything is Brahma. Okay. Our songs tell it. Okay. Just classical music songs also it says Sarvam Brahmamayam. So what is this Brahma Loka? Special Loka is there? Yeah, there is a special Loka which is also called Brahma Loka, where Brahmaji is supposed to be there. That is correct. But this Brahma Loka cannot be that Brahma Loka. Because Sarvam Brahmamayam is what we are talking about here. We are not talking about Brahmaji Brahma. We are talking about Brahman Brahma. Brahma Satyam Brahma. So here Brahma Loka does not refer to a particular place. It refers to Brahman itself. And so that Atma Chaitanyam, Brahma Chaitanyam, Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma, Satchit Anandaha. That is the Loka that is being talked about here. And same Yesha Brahmi Sthiti Partha Brahmi Nainam Prapya Vimuhyati Sthitva Syamantakalepi Brahma Nirvana Vrichyati. There itself 2 times this word Brahma comes. Brahma Nirvanam. That is what this is. Brahma Nirvana. I don't think the word Nirvanam comes anywhere else in the Bhagavad Gita. I don't remember, but I don't think so. But anyway, so therefore, this shloka summarizes Karma Yoga and Jnana Yoga. Can we say that? Because Karma Yoga is mentioned by Shuddha Sattva, indicates Karma Yoga. Preparatory disciplines, which gives me Antakarana Shuddhi, Chitta Shuddhi, Manas Shuddhi. Then that's what makes me ready for this grand message, Jnana Yoga. And so that's what is said in this mantra. The meaning that is written here is having clearly ascertained the meaning of the science of Vedanta. That's not the way I would translate, but the science of Vedanta, okay, and who have clarity of mind. Shuddha Sattvaha. Clarity, he says. Okay, that what we said was Karma Yoga. So the Karana Shuddhi we said. Okay. Clarity, because the clarity can refer to knowledge. In knowledge is what you need clarity. Okay. So I would not use the word clarity. Through the yoga of renunciation at the time of death, they all are free and beyond the mortality found in the worlds of Brahman. Okay. Look at the way they are interpreting. This translation is saying beyond the mortality found in the worlds. That's how the translation is saying. Brahma Lokeshu. But I don't know how he got that beyond. Okay. But that's the way he's interpreting it. So saying that Brahmaloka also is a temporal world. It is also subject to time, like Bhuloka is subject to time and space, and therefore that limitation will be there in Brahmaloka also. That is what he is saying here in this translation. We are saying that Brahmaloka is the world of Brahma, Sarvam Brahmamayam, that is called as Loka, quote unquote, a Loka. As though the jnani has gone to a different loka. By being right here, the person has gone to a different loka, as it were. Correct? Good. We'll pause with that. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnama Adaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.
ధన్యవాదాలు.
ధన్యవాదాలు.